Today we've traveled miles from Indy to Cave City, Kentucky to stay at Wigwam Village No. 2. It is a throwback to the days when you would hop on Route 66 and drive down it looking for a cool looking motel. You'd pull over your station wagon and just stop for the night. This hotel has been here since 1937. It's been recently given modern amenities, but the soul of the place is still the same, including the fire pit, the playground, and places to talk to each other.
I don't know if you can zoom in to the playground or the fire pit, because you're in Central Time, so this time of year the sun sets around, I think he said 7:30, so about 7:45, 8 o'clock, the owner told us he was going to light the fire, so he provided sticks, but if you wanted to have s'mores, hot dogs, whatever, trying to do a community thing to get everybody out and talk to each other that's staying. There's 15 wigwams, I believe. So just creating community.
There's 15 wigwams. Currently, he said only 11 of them are ready for habitation. The other 4 are still being worked on. Him and his wife bought the place back in 2020 because, you know, pandemic, let's go do some things. And they are working on remodeling it, modernizing it, but not losing the charm and the feel of it. The furniture is still the same. You'll see when we go in there, a lot of it's still the same.
I believe he told us they'd updated, like, they put wireless internet in, they'd added new mattresses, still the same bed frame from like 90 years ago.
Yeah, it's really
new
cool.
Air conditioner.
The furniture is still from the 30s. And so let's go check out our room. We are over here in Wigwam 5. When we checked in, we got a little bit of a history lesson, so those of you who are paying attention, this is not a wigwam. This is a teepee. But the guy that originally built it thought that wigwam sounded way better than teepee village. I can't say that he was wrong.
Yeah, I think TP Village No. 2 would just not have the same room.
All right, first, show
for
the
reference,
key.
Oh.
Look at this key, guys. An actual key.
And I started to say, for reference, I'm like 5'6", so the door frame's
Yeah,
maybe 6 foot.
All right, let's check it out.
Experience advanced technology in 2024 you envision.
So the room is not much bigger than an average bedroom in a house to me. I think
Let me zoom
online,
out so y'all get a better look at this.
online they made us said like it was 250 square feet, something like that. It's not.
This is a full-size bed.
For reference.
And we've got a chair and a luggage holder and the cutest little vanity, all left over from the 30s. Thankfully, new air conditioning, because no air conditioning in the 30s.
It is in the 90s out today, and this place is cold. It feels really good in here.
It does have a TV, thank God, because, you know, we're not living in the dark ages.
And they give you cable. So, cable and high-speed internet, wireless internet.
And you got a coffee maker.
And there is there's no refrigerator, but this is different concept for us. There is a community refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because that's what he called it. He said you could put your drinks or whatever you want in it.
We'll go there
In one of
after the
teepees.
room,
Yeah,
but
we'll go
there's
show you. And a microwave.
green building next to the big giant teepee. And it's got a community fridge and a microwave and the ice machine. So we might have to get some ice while we're out there.
So I don't know if we can explain the bathroom, but it was interesting because we kept looking for a light switch earlier. We came in the room before we started filming. And this was way before I was born in 75 that it took us a minute to figure out the lights are on a chain.
We were pretty funny. We were patting the
Oh,
walls
I
down.
was turning the door or moving the door. We were checking outside the room. So I will step out because there's not enough room for 2 people to show you the shower.
So
Well, I guess I should step.
this is the shower.
Actually, I can step in it because for reference, like she said,
I'll
I'm
just squish out of the way.
5'6", so the frame's what, 6 foot?
Yeah, probably.
It is not very big. So yeah, I think I'd have to. Well, it'd be close.
Yeah, you gotta
It comes with
slouch a
a
little
handheld
bit.
shower.
But everything in here is very clean.
I was going to say that
they've
it
done a
is
really good job
clean.
of remodeling and making everything clean, but it still has that old school feel. You will notice that because it's a teepee, the walls kind of curve.
The mirrors.
So the mirror's kind of at a weird angle, and depending where you stand, you know, if you're kind of tall, watch your head. Thankfully, neither one of us have that problem.
I would say if you're close to 6 foot or over, you definitely want to duck going in an outdoor frame. It'd be awful close.
Yeah, this may not be the place for you if you're on the tall side, honestly. It just may not be comfortable.
We wanted to try something out of our comfort zone because, as you see with some of our other videos, we usually do boutique hotels for the most part.
We are some bougie people. I mean, we'll admit it. So this was a little out of our comfort zone. To be fair, we really weren't sure what we were getting into. But I am pleasantly surprised. It's very nice in here.
There's a nice, comfortable air conditioner, as we said, and there's a ceiling fan. That helps a lot. Like I said, it's in the 90s outside today, and it feels cool in here. Yes, it's not very big, but...
And I just appreciate that, you know, they rescued the furniture from the 30s. I mean, darn, they must... the way they used to build things.
I didn't know if we had showed you there's still a...
There's still a radiator over here in the corner. It's not in use. But, you know,
they kept the...
It's been here, so it'll always be here.
Same thing with the stool. I mean, it's still there. So there is your... Well, we're not going to say...
So this is our room for the evening. Maybe we'll wander on over to the little green building and see what's in there and what's going on. So as I said, this place is owned by a husband and wife, and they live on properties. So when you come to check in, they ask that you do it between 3 and 7. You drive up their driveway, you hang out on their porch, and they tell you all about the place, which is how we learned about some of the history.
And then he asked if we wanted a dinner/restaurant recommendation. So we said, yeah, well, that turned into, because I'm a talker and already had restaurants planned, I think it went from a dinner recommendation to we discussed to like 5 restaurants. We were discussing breakfast, tomorrow's lunch,
how to get to Mammoth Cave, making sure we had tickets.
We wanted to make sure we had reservations.
Very friendly, and that's how we learned that they bought it during the pandemic, and you know, it was that or baked sourdough bread, right? So they made the decision to buy the place. They live on site. And he
told us he was originally from New York, so we were actually going to pivot. Instead, what we were going to try was a barbecue place. So for dinner, we're going to try a pizza place, because he said they're only open, let's go with 4 days a week, and the other 3 they cook everything, make everything from scratch. And he was saying it was some of the best New York style pizza he'd had, and that was his major recommendation, the one he said try. So we're going to go try it later.
So this giant wigwam here, when the place opened, was a 24-hour gas station and coffee shop. It has fallen into disrepair, but they have plans, as people rent these lovely teepees, to take the money and eventually turn this place into a coffee shop like it used to be, or maybe a store with sundries for the people staying here. So, you know, might have to come back in a couple years and see how that's going for them.
I gotta say, they were very appreciative, what she was saying. They said all the money that from everybody staying here went towards updating everything, which I know you just said, but they were just very thankful for that. He's like, we thank you for staying, you're helping, and he invited us back. Because I thought he said come back in a year or two and see the differences.
All right, so we've made our way over to the green building, which, as we had the discussion, was vaguely green. So here's the microwave. They have tape for you to mark your food.
Well, it's cold.
Definitely cold.
I was curious if anybody else had put anything in the refrigerator.
And we're gonna go old school like the 30s and get some ice to keep our water bottles in.
So we just finished our stay at Wigwam number 2.
It was was different. I mean, we've never stayed in anywhere like this, but I'd do it again. I mean, I thought it was nice.
The biggest issue we had, which we should go ahead and mention, there is one outlet available in the room. So if you're trying to charge anything, we were trying to charge our phones, cameras.
Yeah,
Mics.
that was.
That took most of the night. Because
But-
I have a surge protector, but it's all used up. For the lamp, the coffee maker, and the air conditioner's on its own plug, but it covers up the whole outlet. So that was something we never really ran into.
Which, I mean, I guess 1937 kind of explains it all, but yeah, so that's one thing to take into account.
But other than that, I mean, I don't know, everything seemed fine.
Yeah, the shower was
The
fine.
shower was good. It was interesting. Just where it was small, even me being 5'6", it was very confined. Had to pull the shoulders in because I walked into the wall the first time.
But
And coming in and out of the building, I did that once too.
I was going to say it had nice hot water,
Oh gosh, it was hot.
and the pressure was fine. The mattresses are new, so that was nice.
It was really cold.
They've got 2 different types of pillows on the bed, so
Yeah,
I appreciated that thought.
Considering it was in the 90s yesterday and it's supposed to be the same way today, the room was cold. We were just happy it had a good air conditioner.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked it here. I would come back.
Yeah, I would say everybody should try it. It's just something different.
Absolutely. Come support them, help them in their renovation efforts. Come stay at the Wigwam Village No. 2.
So, hopefully, well, I'm pretty sure you'll find the video helpful or useful in your decision on, wow, there's still teepees or hotels from 90 years ago that are worth staying in.
And maybe you might even find it enjoyable.
But leave us a comment if you have any thoughts on it.
Hit the like button. We'd appreciate that so we know to make more videos staying at interesting places.
Rather than our usual boutique hotels. And subscribing would be good too. Commenting.
Thanks for watching.